I would like to ask this gentleman how would he defend from the property taxes? Because there's no way you can out here in California. Whatever you do, they'll just assess them, and if you don't pay, they'll foreclose on you.
Well, it's the same answer I say to you all the time. Okay, Carlos from California, this is very simple. All you do is when somebody's trying to say that you owe a debt, okay, a debt is only between a man and another man. And anybody who claims that you have a debt, because when you have a debt, that means you're a slave. You have no rights. So somebody's basically telling you you have no rights. And like, oh, yeah, really? I have no rights? That's right, because a debtor has no rights. So you say, oh, good. I want that man to come forward in open court on the affirmation and swear that I owe a debt. See, what you have to do is when somebody sends you a tax assessment or a claim that you owe some money, they're basically saying that you're a debtor, that if you don't pay this, you're in debt. Because you're only in debt if somebody's saying that you owe money. So you're saying, oh, so I'm a debtor? I'm indebted to you? Oh, really? I have no rights because you said I have no rights? Oh, you're saying I owe money? Oh, good. What I'm going to need is for you to come to court and under oath of affirmation and swear to that. And they can't do it. No public official can come to court under oath of affirmation and swear.
No, because they're not a human. They're a person.
They're a person. They're not a man.
That's right.
Not human. Don't use human. Human is kind of a man, but it diminishes the capacity of a man. See, because a human comes from the earth, which we all do. I agree. My mom ate, vegetables and ate animals, and, so we come from the soil. So human actually means humus, means earth.
But they're not a man and they're not a woman.
So I just say I'm a man. Right. I never diminish the capacity of my standing by adding an adjective or diminishing the noun. I'm always a man. So all you have to do, Mr. Carlos, is file a claim. If you listen to Angela's show again, I said this thing 5 times now. You file a claim in your local county court, your local town court. You're saying somebody's trying to administrate my property.
You know what? You got stepped on there, Carl. Say it again.
Okay. All I try to say to people all the time is you just go to your local county court, town court, state court, and you just say you find the lowest court you can find. Just a little mom and pop court. Nothing fancy. Supreme Court, no federal court, just a local, normal court. Say the tax assessor, Bob Jones, is trying to administrate my property without my consent. And that's all he's saying. He's saying he's trying to administrate my property without rights. So that's all you're basically saying. It's like, what gives him the right to assess that I owe a debt? So he's going to have to come to court, and he's going to have to put his hand on the Bible, and he's going to have to swear on the oath of affirmation that you owe a debt. Some lady asked me that last week, Ange. She said, well, they called my bluff, and they actually signed a piece of paper, and they said, the tax assessor said, sure, I'll go to court and I'll swear to it. It'll work in their civil administrative court. It'll work in their tax court, but it won't work in a common law court. So I said to the lady, how did you get so lucky to have somebody put a piece of paper in there and sign it? Because my mom said she would never sign nothing that ridiculous because it's fraud. She has no clue. Is that truly the correct number? She said, I could be off by 1 penny. She says, if I'm off by 1 penny, that's fraud. She said, I go to jail. I can't demand more than 1 penny that what is due. So if I'm off by 1 penny, my mom's like, even though she's like, I'm an IRS agent, that'd be fraud, and I could go to jail. So she had to be out of my mind to sign anything.
So, Carl, this is a way to come back against the private companies that have taken over all of our local community authorities, like the city or the county or whatever it may be. This is a way to come back against them.
Well, the only good thing about that, Shrink Rat, is what you're saying, what I'm saying, is we're at a different level. Like, say this man from Mr. California, Mr. Carlos, say he's only got an 8th grade education. He really doesn't understand the difference between private and public. I'm basically saying any man, any private, any public, anything tries to claim that you owe money to them, they have to come and do it under verified, validated oath of office. Verifiable.
They can't do it.
Right, verifiable, not verified. You got to have the
verifiable. They cannot do it though.
Right, it has to be in the present tense. Verifiable claim under oath of affirmation.
So this is a way to come back against all these goddamn little pieces of corporation that claim to have authority over you.
Everybody. I don't care if it's a mortgage company. I don't care if it's your next door neighbor Bob. I don't care if it's the President of the United States. I don't care if it's the IRS. I don't care if it's a cop. That's what I don't use. I don't use any. I don't say private or public or government. I just say anybody, any person, anything that believes that they can put a piece of paper in front of you and say, "Pay me that money." Really? What gives you the right to demand that from me? Well, I got a bad.
And they better damn well do it under oath and affirmation.
Right, and you better damn well move your claim against them. You better not wait for them to file a claim against you.
I have personal first-hand knowledge that they will not sign that tax statement. I've tried 3 times.
Well, the one lady said that she had a local county tax assessor do it. I said, lady, why can't I get some tax assessor to do that for me? I said, man, I owe him and his county. Because that's fraud. I said, I hope you sued him immediately as soon as you... She said, no, I didn't know what to do next. I said, what, are you kidding me? I said, you got a golden ticket. Use it. What, are you stupid? File a claim that somebody's claimed that that's exactly what your property is worth.
Now prove that.
Right, because today is, say, March 7th. Tomorrow, it's either going to go up in value or down in value.
That's right.
You can't tell me how much this is worth. Are you telling me somebody's going to actually pay me that much cash for this property? I'd like to see that. So like I said, they can't. It's fraud. And they can't do it. So if they, like I said, if they try to do it, obviously they don't know their job because they can't. So like I said to the lady, I said, why don't you just file a claim at your local court and say that he's trying to administrate your property without any rights. He's claiming that you owe a debt which you do not believe is a true debt. That's all you have to say. I don't believe it's not a true debt. And only a man can have beliefs, and only a man can say what is true. And I don't believe that what he's claiming is true, that the claim of a debt is not true. So I said, then you got him right there. I said, and then you send it to the county commissioner, and I guarantee you the county has an attorney. They have a legal department, and you say that this guy just wrote out under oath. He said that he'll appear under oath affirmation and verify that this debt is true. That I guarantee the attorney for the county will explain to him you can't write that stuff. Because they're going to have to prove that it's their property. So how's the county going to come forth and put their hand on a Bible and swear that that's their property and they control it? How are they going to do it?
They can't.
Right. There's not a guy named Bob County. There better be a fucking somebody who shows up called, Bob, Bob County, because with Bob County don't show up, man, nobody else could testify to it.
But see, what's important about all this, Carl, is that this is a way to attack this system.
Right. And this is what I try to tell everybody. Once the system realizes there's clowns like me out there teaching people like you, they realize they're going to be in trouble fast. If people start understanding what's really going on. And they get away from all this crazy stuff, like this, creditors and commerce stuff, or Winston Shroud stuff that's so freaking complicated and hundreds and hundreds of papers long. And you got to turn in your birth certificate and turn in Social Security and rescind and revoke everything. Forget that.
No, you don't have to do any of that stuff.
Right, I don't do any of that stuff. It's a tool that I use, and I keep it at my disposal. If I think a driver's license is a wonderful tool, I'll use it. If I think it's burning me, I won't use it. I don't have to use every tool. I don't have to carry every tool on my tool belt, depending on what job I go to. But I keep it just in case it's like, hey, this makes my life easy. You know what? A cop stops me, I flash him this piece of plastic, he leaves me alone. I don't flash him this piece of plastic, he's going to give me a hard day. You know what? It's a tool, and I'll use it.